trucks wide. Going out on
The whole idea is that we bring like legends of the Australian music industry and bring them to places that normally wouldn't get, you know, big names like that. This year we had Cassar-Daley. We started in Blackall, went down to Capella, Moranbah, Ayr, up to Hughenden, as far south as Gympie, Monto, Yeppoon, Gladstone and Mount Morgan. Like super intense 12 days, but it was great.
New Mexico ain't bad, Lord. People here, they treat you fine.
Work with local musicians in the scene there. We do all kinds of stuff with people in each town we go to. We did workshops with songwriters and like people who want to break into the industry. It was incredible.
I think this project is definitely a community building project. You see the choirs come together and the schools come together. There was one show where 2 different schools came together and you know, they both sang up on stage.
It really does bring smiles to faces. They've been drought ravaged for a long time. Makes it hard to get a lot of artists come through their towns, you know, because they simply can't afford to come out. Being able to come through and play a show and see the results of what you can actually leave in the towns is something that makes it feel like it goes both ways for the artists and the local people. And to see smiles like that, you just can't buy it.
All aboard the Freedom Ride.
It's a huge opportunity and it's also creating growth for our future, as well as creating an opportunity for our youth to celebrate art and music and continue in an industry that if we don't nurture could waver.
Charlie said, now that's a shame.
We took 2 separate support acts on the road. For the first week it was Melody Moko. For the second week it was Brad Butcher. And they were both incredible. Like Melody, she's actually just gone over to the US and finished recording her album in Nashville. And Brad's just come out with his 4th release.
Those whole truths on a straight and 100 proof.
It's been a great tour. There's been surrounded by good people, good music, you know, well looked after. It's quite an amazing thing that you guys got going on here, and it's just a pleasure to be a part of it. Getting to play on stage with Troy, playing one of my songs each night has been pretty special. You know, he's a guy I've looked up to for a long time, so I've been really lucky to get to know him a little bit over the years, and he's always so supportive and such a nice guy. So that's been probably a real highlight. I'm better off being happy.
I think the concept has been fantastic. I mean, first of all, to talk to young kids about the creative nature of writing songs, encouraging them to tell their stories, and what our job is, I think, is to be able to make them realise how special those stories are. That's been a big part for me.
Well, I've been driving every back road, me and this old...
You know, small rural areas, we got fires, we get floods, we just have that isolation, and this is a really fantastic thing. It's so great, it's community spirit, it's great connectivity, it's mental health, and it's music, and what more would you want?
It really does mean a lot to people to be able to see and experience these artistic programs and to learn from great performers and artists in whatever way they work.
It really does bring the community together. It's so raw, it's so intimate, and little country towns really love that.
Call you by your first name.
I think that the way the project is run and the actual logistics of how it's worked on the road has been perfect. It's doable. It makes sure that you use every hour of the day possible to either be with some people talking songwriting, with a choir, doing your sound check, yarning to people in between that who are all community based and setting up the venue, right through to having a sleep. It's been managed perfectly.
It was amazing.
I loved it, I loved it. They were all brilliant.
Great, mate, yeah, it wasn't bad at all.
Oh, excellent, absolutely excellent. Very good, I enjoyed it immensely.
Oh, I loved it, yeah, it's very good, yeah.
Oh, wonderful, I just love that man.
Loaded trucks and eyes, rode the dingo fences, curse the gang around the western line.
It's been great, and it really makes me feel like you've come away each day leaving something in towns that you just don't when you're on a conventional tour.
In a word, I'd say the goal of the tour is happiness. So kind of go into these places and spread as much happiness around as possible. So, and Troy is like the perfect person for that.
Yeah, so a huge thank you to the sponsors that has made all of this possible for us to get together and just put on something of this calibre for our community and to have this experience. It's just been such a joy for all of us.
It really takes a whole community to come together to make these things work. I think what Legend in the Locals does for me is it shows the spirit of community is still alive and well.
Everything's gonna be alright. How beautiful and loud and clear are those voices, folks, eh?